Welcome back, Star Wars fans. Now, for this game, we are in the Sulfer fields, and we are playing as the Imperials. Hi, I'm Darth Kittens. I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. Now, as you may know, I've started up like a Heroes versus Villains series. I'm hoping to start up another series just kind of showing you around all the maps, which more info to come on that. And I'd like to thank everyone who's watching. You know, my channel's been getting up there. You know, it may not be the greatest channel out there for Star Wars Battlefront info, but you know, I'm just starting out, and I'm just trying to get my feet wet and seeing how this works out. You know, I love this game. I love Star Wars, so what's the harm? So now the problem with back to the game. Now the problem with Sulfer Fields is there's not many hiding places, I guess I should say. Like, I mean, for Leia and stuff there is, but like usually when there are villains, Palpatine does not have many hiding spaces. For those of you who likes to just hide Palpatine, since sometimes his powers are not that great. As you can already tell, we've already lost Palpatine, and they still have Luke and Han. Now, what I like to sometimes do, I mean, I'm a trooper, is, you know, during the beginning of the game, it's usually best, but ooh, that was weird. As I like to hop up on that ship, you just gotta be careful because sometimes they'll pin after you. And you know, with the enemy locking like that, it's usually a turret of some sort. Got rid of that, because that is a pain in the neck to have around while you're playing. So, you know, just as a stormtrooper, just, you know, kind of chilling around, trying to defeat everyone. I kind of missed the first part of the game trying to get my system to work, but that's okay. So right now, Luke is low health. Let's see what we can do about that. Now I don't know if you watched yet, I did release the Season Pass update. I'm sorry about how much that video sucked. You know, bear with me, guys. I am a brand new YouTuber, and I'm just trying to get my feet wet and see where this all goes. Sorry about that message up there. I have a friend that I'm talking back and forth with. I hope to introduce you guys soon to him. You know, gotta get his permission, and just the time of us being on at the same time is always difficult because we have different times that we're playing. That we're working and playing sometimes. Okay. So I am Palpatine. Usually I like to take the more frontal approach, especially against many of the villains or many of the heroes, because there's not much else to do with Palpatine. Palpatine, you know, luckily you can run off and heal yourself and then go back. That was way too close. But sadly, you know, this map is not the most it can be exciting. You can make it really exciting. You know, you got ruins of TIE fighters, and you got, of course, like the starfighter here. Now, definitely for my recommendation, I'd stay close to Boba Fett and Vader.
You should have stayed on Tatooine.
Now, luckily with Luke being far away from Leia, he cannot regenerate health. I can, you know, so it's better, like, usually in this game, if you're down to one-on-one kind of deal, you're better off to have, like, Palpatine versus, like, Luke, because Palpatine can regenerate when he's not, like, killing Luke. It's always really stressful trying to figure out where they went. Come on, come on, come on. I'm at least just trying to kill off Luke before I die. I died. But that's the hardest part, probably my biggest recommendation if you're playing this game and you're a villain, especially Palpatine. Stick to Vader and Boba Fett like glue. You can basically, you know, be like a stormtrooper and kind of keep your distance and keep firing at them. But other than that, you're not gonna get much anywhere else really. So, one thing that you kind of keep a close ear on, I don't know, you guys can probably hear it, but especially if Palpatine's screaming when he's trying to like quickly get away from someone, you want to do that. You want to try to listen for that. Oh, he fell in a sulfur pit, so that's good. He was losing health. So I'm gonna become a shock trooper and. Now sometimes you gotta, you know, depending on the shock trooper, sometimes they're not all that helpful. Got him. So that was pretty interesting. I think there might have been something wrong with that player's controller, the way Luke was going all crazy, but that's okay, because we were able to get him. Now your whole point is, just try to go after Luke and Leia. Now, one thing to remember, especially if you're a shock trooper and you're going up against like Leia, and she has her shield up, slow-moving like blaster bolts cannot get through. But if you turn on your rocket launcher, it will be able to get through. And if you can, like I did, I kind of like pushed her into the pit. Now that pit is deadly to them. So if you push them in, I believe it's about 5 health per couple seconds you stand in there. So if you fall in, try to get out as quick as you can. If not, you know, kind of guide someone to fall in, and you'll be able to easily eliminate them. I'll put it like that. Fun little Easter egg, if you stand right about here and face these 3 sulfur pits, kind of looks like a terrified face. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you know, if you want to, you can screenshot it. But it's like a terrified face. Ah! Middle of the sulfur fields. And one thing that I should have done, which I didn't do, was if Leia releases health, or if you're near Palpatine and Palpatine releases health, try to grab it from them. I fell in the pit. That's not good. And I got Leia, which is good. There we go. So yes, I did fall, but I was able to take Leia down with me. So that's always good, because now Han and Luke cannot regenerate, and it's only down to Luke. So you gotta be really careful when it's Luke versus Vader, because sometimes if you back them into a corner, you can sit there and keep slashing at them, and your controller's not reacting fast enough where you can block. Now, one tip with Luke, if you get trapped in a corner and Darth Vader's like slashing at you, just use your force push, it'll push him back, and then use your speed at the same time, so you'll throw him back and you can bolt out of there. If Leia's still alive, get more health. Now, if it's Vader, try to choke them, because it'll kind of like phase him for a minute. If not, just do a simple lightsaber throw to kind of push him back, because I mean, there's not too much you can do to get out of a situation like that. It's really hard when you're trapped in a corner and being stabbed with a lightsaber. Block that. I'm a fake. Okay. Now, if you guys want to, I want to, give you a heads up. If you want to, look for me in the game. I use my YouTube username. I use my YouTube username in my game, DarthKitten77. So if you want to play with me in the game, just come find me. And, if you want, I usually check my YouTube every day. You know, you can friend me also. I can give you a shout out in my videos. Because I always love to play with different players.
The rebel scum have been broken. Great effort.
It's a tie game. It's a tied up 10 game. Here we go. So finally I got a different character that I can talk about. Now with Boba Fett especially, you know, you want to keep your distance, but at the same time, since Palpatine is very exposed in this area, try to keep close to Palpatine. You want to try to keep him alive so he can keep giving you health. Unless it's played by a player who just doesn't want to give you health, then you can kind of just shoot at them and be like, the heck, bro? Wrong one. So basically, you gotta be careful with players like that because all they're after is the extra points that they get. Because I believe it's 50 points.
Always get my mind.
It's 50 points per damage they do to a hero. Now, what's nice is if you stick next to Palpatine, and especially with Vader, you can kind of gang up on the heroes, especially when they separate from each other. Just like that. Nice. See if I can end up on the scoreboard if I can keep this up.
The rebel scum are seeking to destroy Darth Vader and the Emperor. Boba Fett is vulnerable as well. Defend them at once.
Now, what sometimes happens is I've noticed this a lot in the game. If you are what seems like the first one to get a pickup, you almost automatically get a orbital strike, which is really nice. You can do a ton of damage against them. It's not guaranteed. I've just noticed this a lot when I've played. Ah, I just regenerated and he's freaking gunning me down. Nope, got Han before I died, which was good. I keep like coming back as the shock trooper. As annoying as it is I can get a couple shots off to damage them for the points and for you protecting Palpatine. I've not heard that one from Palpatine before. Advance! It's like, where do you think we're going? To the moon? So there is Luke. I'm going to turn on, like I said, rocket launchers Luke cannot protect against. But, you know, rocket launchers Luke cannot protect himself against, but simple blaster bolts he can. So if you're up against Luke, I would definitely recommend the homing missile or the rocket launcher. Personally, I like the rocket launcher. Simple grab, look, fire, done. So last round. Let's see if I can finish this up in time. Now, since I am definitely getting a lot of viewers, I love your guys' comments. You know, if you don't want to comment, share it on my YouTube channel. I do have Facebook. You know, shoot me some comments, not comics. Shoot me some comments, and when I get a chance, I'll read them all. You know, kind of comment on what you want to see next, what you want me to do, battle against. I personally like the heroes versus villains because I will save the walkers for when I play when I do online. When I do online videos or live videos, sorry.
Easy target. I've got a message
Solo.
from Jabba. whatever it takes.